Hi, this is Nick with Corinthian Marine, and today we're going to demonstrate how to install snaps on your snap-in carpet, your Aquamat. So first of all, the main tool required for this is the snap tool. This one here is made by Press and Snap, pretty much the industry standard, a great tool. We loan these out free of charge. If you wanted to purchase something like this, they're probably around $150. This tool here is very versatile, works for canvas and carpeting. Basically the only other thing you're going to need is a black Sharpie marker. So we've set up these studs in the floor here, which basically would be like the floor of your boat, the gel-coated hull. And we're going to demonstrate how you'd add snaps and snap it into your floor. Most boats, you're already going to have the snaps in it. That being said, there's two other parts to it. You have your grommet, which goes on the face side of the carpet right here. And then the female
Can't see your hands.
receiving end of the snap, which is going to go on the Aqualock surface on the back here. So what you want to do is take your, right here we have this Bigfoot mat to simulate an Aquamat. You want to lay it out on the floor of your boat and position it where exactly all those snaps might be. We've already actually added 2 snaps on here from a prior filming, so we're going to make sure we have those lined up at the right spot. Now, these other guys here, though, have not been, so we'll pretend that snap's there, and then we have another one up here. So what you want to do is simply take your Sharpie marker and lightly mark where that stud aligns, which in this case would be right there. Put it down. Come back to our other one here. And lightly mark that. Now you could have up to 60, 70 snaps. Luckily we only have 4 here. I would say the less the better. Okay, so now that we have the snaps marked, I'm going to remove your mat from the floor. And we can see on the back side here where I've made those Sharpie marks. There's some earlier ones which we'll just kind of ignore. But now we have those ones in there as well. Then we'll take our Press and Snap tool, and you can see the lower portion of it has an area where the female receiving end nicely snaps in and actually holds it in place, so you don't have to worry about losing these if you're out on the job. The top end here is where your post grommet fits, and these are standard 1/4 inch post grommet studs. You got to wrestle them into that rubber thing a little bit. Once you get it in the gasket, though, it holds in place there nicely. As you can see, it won't move around. And you simply take your Press and Snap tool. Doesn't matter if you're, well, you're probably going to want to face down so you can see where you put your hole. And you're going to want to put that receiving end right over that Sharpie mark. Give the Press and Snap a good snug grasp. Release it. And you can see it's nicely fit in there and ready to snap. And you want to keep these away from the binding. I would not recommend going any closer than probably 1/8 of an inch, because you start interfering with that, you can have problems with the binding coming out later, and also the mat doesn't always come up to the very end there, so it could possibly rip the snap through. So let's do this back one here now. Again, place the receiving end in there. And get that one into the gasket. And as I showed you before, line it up with the hole. Grasp. You'll feel a snug tug, kind of a snap. Release it. And again, this one's set to go. So now you'd simply take your carpet back out to your boat, line it up with the snaps on the floor, snap it into place, and you're ready for boating.